The retirement of the Childish Gambino character means it's time to talk about the masterpiece on his discography. No, not BTI, I'm talking about Camp. I know because the internet is widely considered to be his best work, but I think it's really fun to find an artist's most critically acclaimed project and then look at the project directly before. I'm not going to review the whole album, but Bonfire, Firefly, and Heartbeat within the first 6 tracks is pretty hard to top, and I think personally some of the best rapping and punchlines of his career are found throughout this entire project. Not to mention he starts playing with that falsetto that the world would come to love on Redbone all those years later. But I think it's the themes and storytelling that sets it apart for me. In what feels concise and organized, he's able to talk about the struggles of growing up, about his particular Black experience, about heartbreak and success, and more than anything, I think he's able to show exactly where he is in his life, where he has the real joy of living in his dream without all the pressures of expectation. And I'm for sure biased because that power is always going to hit me in a way that I don't think it hits most people, but I think it is objectively emotional and offers a sense of realness that doesn't come through on a lot of albums. And to continue the foreshadowing, I think that's what we see in so much of Donald Glover's art. It's an artist who's willing to use different mediums to show us his perspective, and sometimes it's really deep, sometimes it's not, but it's what he sees in that moment. And more often than not, it's presented in an extremely entertaining way. Now, don't get me wrong, there is quite a few unnecessary Asian woman lines on this album, and there are a lot of shock value one-liners. And I totally understand if that's disqualifying, but I think there's something to be said for having that piece of who you are at that time on record. Donald Glover is far more mature than some of these lines are, but that's okay. That too is a part of the growth of an artist and a man, and we get to see that on here as well. I think in the end, Camp is a work that shows who an artist is in the moment, how they got there, and it gives you hints of who they will be in their future when they're at their critically acclaimed best. And for me, that's why it's Bino's masterpiece.